Tim, we've had mushrooms a fair bit in the kitchen recently, and
have.
I'm pretty happy about it. And I'm going to include them in my crumbed mushroom toastie today. So I'm going to get these cranking and ready to go into the oven.
Awesome.
But we want to make the stuffing to go onto the mushrooms. So I'd love for you to chop up some fresh basil for me, a couple of tablespoons or so, and the semi-dried tomatoes. To get the mushrooms well cooked, I like to paint each side with some extra virgin olive oil.
I just think there's something about toasties, just in general, they remind me of my childhood.
They sure do.
Spaghetti jaffles after school or
Yes.
cheese toasties on the weekend.
That's right. And I'm actually not going to make mine between two pieces of bread.
Ooh.
I'm going to make mine almost like an open melt style of toastie. Let's get the basil straight in.
Okay.
Now, of course, use whatever herbs you have on hand. If you don't have basil on hand, chives or dill, something like that is absolutely perfect.
Sun-drieds?
Sun-drieds I'd love you to chop. And we're going to get a couple of tablespoons of caramelised onion. Now, I've got to say, caramelised onion is one of my favourite condiments to keep in the fridge.
I use caramelised onion a lot in my toasties, whether it's with lamb or with goat's cheese and pumpkin. It can just go with so many things.
Now, we've got some beautiful goat's cheese here, lovely soft goat's cheese. Again, if that's not your cup of tea, then some parmesan or something along the lines of that would be great. And then we'll get our semi-dried tomatoes in.
Yes.
And we'll get a little bit of almond meal in there as well.
Oh, so that's just going to help to bind it together a bit?
Bind it together. Or you could leave it out if you've got any issues with nuts as well. And Tim, of course, we cannot make a toastie without crusty bread.
No, and I've been admiring this beautiful sourdough loaf. It smells amazing. So what do we want? A couple of nice thick slices?
Yes, please. That would be great. We're going to cook our bread a little bit like a bruschetta. Brush it with some extra virgin olive oil and then rub it with some garlic for that extra bit of taste.
Oh, this is beautiful bread. I like it. There's one.
I'll leave this over here so you can do some brushing of the olive oil and the garlic, and I'm going to fill up the mushrooms and get them under the grill. The grill's probably around a medium to high heat, and we're going to do that so that they don't burn too fast, so they have their nice, even cook.
Just for people watching at home, when you rub garlic on the bread like this, you probably think it's not doing much, but it really does make a difference. So just a nice raw garlic clove that you've peeled, just rubbing it into the bread.
It is an easy hack, isn't it? You know, sometimes you go out and you eat at restaurants and have breakfast at a cafe and you think, what have they done to make this so different to the toast that I eat at home?
Why does this taste so good?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to do two without just to have on hand because I love mushrooms, and then I've stuffed these two and then we'll get them under the grill to cook.
They look awesome.
We have some epic toastiness happening now. The grill served us well. Well, it's time to plate these bad boys up.
Beautiful.
Now, I love a little bit of mayo on the base, and I really enjoy a bit of chilli there too. Look, I've been quite generous, so hopefully we won't be in tears eating our toastie.
I can handle it.
Now, I might put them both on like this. Get a bit of extra mushroom flair.
Go crazy.
Why not? And toasties are meant to be creative. You're meant to look at what you've got.
Absolutely.
That one on the top.
I love how that stuffing mixture is just caramelised up nicely.
So good. Salt and pepper, please, my friend.
Yeah.
Go for gold on the pepper.
Okay. So salt, just a little.
A little.
I'm learning.
And then we're going to get some rocket on for our greenery to finish. And that's it.
Wow. I mean, for a breakfast brunch idea, this is next level.
I'm glad you approve.
You could charge a lot of money for that.
Oh, look, do you know what? All I need is good company when it comes to food. Look at that.
That is a thing of beauty.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy with the result, to be honest. I'm going to cut in. Now, look, toasties are a hard thing to share. Oh, good crunch factor.
Nice. That's what you like to hear. Oh, have a look at that.
For you. And I love the bitterness of the rocket that comes into play from the nice fresh rocket at the end too.
I can't wait.
Okay, this is going to get messy. It's time to get amongst it.
Jacq, Holy moly, that is an absolute flavour bomb.
Well, I'm very touched because it was a lot to stand up next to the Toastie King.
Ah, stop
But
it.
I'm glad I've met your expectation, and when I need a job, I know who to come and find.
You're hired.